Hello, I am Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Try Thea 2 The Shattering. So, today we will finally start crafting. At the end of the last episode we managed to research the ancient wood, so today we can start gathering it. And first, well, we'll make some gathering tools. After that, we need to start gearing up. For that, we're gonna need some research points, so we'll have to get a little bit lucky with some easy events. But I think if we can somehow survive this episode, we should be fine. I just need that gear. At least, like, maybe 2 geared up people. Our hunter for red challenges, and then, like, someone else for the intellectual challenges. The spiritual challenges, usually there is a way to avoid them. Pick another option. So let's see if we can survive this episode. Okay, everyone is gathering, or everyone should be gathering right now. Yep, so I'll just end the turn. We should have enough food for 25 days, so right now we just want to get as much wood as possible, as quickly as possible. Oh, there are some elves running around. Are these elves or are they dryad? They look like more like dryads, not elves. Whatever. Hopefully they won't attack us. That's just the only thing that really matters. As for the crafting, we can do it. No, we actually wait. I should get the first crafting tool like right now, right? Use the gems and get this one. Also means we need someone to make it. Who's our crafter? This should be our crafter, right? 7 turns. I have to get used to using these this option. Okay, so if I used these 3, that's gonna be 3 turns, and the remaining 2 can keep working or keep gathering. Okay. Next. Two and 3. So there is the gathering tool. I guess we'll give that to our gatherer. Who is here? Let's see. So right now it's 9.5. Now it's 20.8. Okay. I've never had such a high tier gathering tool, so myself was curious how much are we gonna boost them. And how many more do we want? I think I'll get 2 more of these. That's a lot of wood. And then we want to get... Hello? This one. Gonna need more of these later. That's gonna be... Jeez, that's gonna take so long. I hope we get some children today. We need someone to go fishing. Next. Yeah, we can accept this. That's a lot of damage. It's looked like we should be able to do this easily without basically being touched, but that's a lot more damage than I expected. Okay, but it's experience. At least something. No research points though, that's a bit of a problem. What is this? An army group of woodland kin elves stands before you. Drop your goods and surrender. We don't wish for blood, but neither will we tolerate your presence. Really? We're only 76 hit points. The damage isn't too bad. We are not gonna win this. I mean, maybe we would have a chance against just this one card. But even against that, we wouldn't probably have the damage. We can do what? 12, 21, 29, 34. If all our cards hit this one in both turns, it still wouldn't be enough damage. Just gonna give up. We lost a lot of resources. Does it mean they're gonna keep attacking us every turn? Really? So this one group will just stay here and keep attacking us? Great. I guess that is my answer to what I wanted to know. This just doesn't work. There's no way that we'd be able to beat them. And I can't get resources fast enough. Well, let's try again. This is a let's try series, right? So we will do some reloading and trying over and over again. If there is a chance to find a solution for this. We don't have any research points right now. So we are not getting an item that would allow us to win the challenge. That means we have to avoid the challenge. And I can't actively do that. This is annoying. I didn't expect these groups of the other factions to be so aggressive. Okay, let's go again. I'm thinking if I could somehow get enough research, try to get to... I don't even know what I would get. I wanted to get armor first, because that's just the wood that's needed to craft an armor. Let's see how far we can get this time. Oh, they're back. And I don't think I can do anything about it. They just know they're stronger. And they'll just keep bothering me. This time they came even faster. Can we win this somehow? What's the maximum amount of damage that I can do? Problem is the damage sticks, right? So even if we win, you may lose some characters, and that's not really a win in that case. Look. What? And they have Strength of the Swarm on top of it. That one-shots anyone. There's no point in trying. I mean, I can place another character just to see how strong they really are. Look at that. They brush it off. Heal straight after receiving damage. So this is not an option. I can again concede. And they come back. Confirm. Close. This is not gonna work. And it seems they find us every... I don't know if it's because I set the will or founded the village so close to their camp that they managed to find us so quickly. But actually, even if I managed to get some items, I don't think that would really change anything. This doesn't look like difficulty 5 challenge. They were insanely strong. I mean, we can try it. We can return to this save file before we founded the village and try it somewhere else. Maybe it really is the distance between our village and their village. If I try to settle on the other island, that could change things, but it already means like heavy reloading when you are trying to do this, and I don't really like that. Because I wanted to try if this style would work without heavy reloading. And actually maybe it's not even gonna work with the reloading. So we already know where we are heading. Now I want to cross here because we know about this fish. Hopefully we find a location around it, maybe. Do we have enough movement? Nope. Next turn. Skip this. And what was it? I went Gather, I think, and Brute Force, if I remember correctly. There's Enchanted Leather. More Enchanted Leather. That is not good enough. I wonder which way I should go. There are some trees here. And there are some trees to the south. Wonder if it's possible to... Or if there is a gap in between these islands or not. Let's just find out. Actually, the gap would be here. I'll just go this way. There is normal wood. That's interesting. Spices, but no tier 3 resource. We could explore further inland because we could settle on these 2 tiles or we could settle on this tile. But first, I want to know if this is connected or not. It is. Because on the minimap, it's not quite clear if there is a gap or not. Oh, wait, I can't... No, I can't disembark. I thought I wouldn't be able to disembark. Problem is, this actually is not a viable location because it doesn't have food. We can't just eat spices. We can use spices for cooking, but just eating spices is not an option. Then... there is more wood. Which one is this? This is the one that became crafter last time, right? So let's make it make her crafter again. Herbs again. That's not a food source that we can use, or that we can like eat straight up. Like it needs cooking. No, no, no. This is not gonna work. I don't know why I can't reload from the game, why I always have to jump to menus. If it's a way how the authors like want to prevent extensive reloading, like if this is gonna stop someone. Let's try again from the point where we are sitting on the boat and try to go south. This looks like potential location, but again, there isn't a tier 3 resource, and this is the only reason why we are testing this. Oh, there it is. So this spot right here wouldn't have enough. It doesn't have food. The fish is too far, way too far. And as I said, spices are not what we are looking for. There are spices here. Come on, why can't there be a fish? Where are the elves? Here? Still quite close. What if we just keep going? No. Because unless we can settle near the tier 3 resource, this whole endeavor is pointless, right? In that case, we can just settle on our initial island and forget about this whole thing. Let's check the island to the south. This already is taking too long. Now during the night we will be able to see far enough inland. Oh, here we can see something. There's wood. Here we would have the fish in the range and the driftwood, but again, no tier 3 resource. We can check inland. No. Okay. So either we got really unlucky that the only location in the reasonable distance, and by location I mean like good city location that would have all the things that we wanted, is so close to the elven camp that it's impossible to basically use the location because they will find us every time before we can do anything. The problem here, what I can see, the biggest problem is that researching the material takes so long that by the time we get to it, there are already like enemies running around the map. And enemies that we can't possibly defeat. There's no way that we'll be able to defeat those elves in any way. So I think this actually doesn't work. Or if it works, then you need like extensive reloading. Every time explore part of the map. What I basically was doing today, right? I explored in one direction, reloaded, tried to explore in different direction. So you have to keep reloading until you are lucky to find the location that is far away from the like original inhabitants of the island, and that will give you enough time. So yeah, I would call this attempt a failure, something that's impossible to reliably do without heavy reloading. And it's much easier to just start on the first island and like make the progression normal where you start from tier 1, tier 2 resources. If you need tier 3 resources, get them from your expeditions and just craft tier 3, I mean tier 4 and tier 5s from the tier 2. It's much simpler, much more reliable, doesn't need extensive reloading, so, and doesn't rely on luck. The other option that I can imagine this could work is that when you are playing on lower difficulty and you have more resources on the map, because then it's much more easy to find a suitable location. Now with only sparse resources, it's basically impossible to find a good location, except the one that we found, that it's not viable because it's right next to the Elven village. So yeah, on highest difficulty, definitely not reliable. You'd have to do heavy reloading, and even with the reloading, you'd probably have to get very lucky. So that's the end of this experiment, but I probably don't want to end the series. So maybe we could just restart, get a completely new start, and just do a series, play a bit, maybe get a little bit farther than the last time. Try to test some of the mid-game gear, because we didn't do that in the previous series. So what do you think about it? I'm gonna make a cut here. And please, even though we really didn't do that much in this episode, let me know in comments what you think about like the series. Should I just abandon it, wait for the release of the game, or what are we gonna do with it? I really don't feel like ending it, so what do you think? I'm not gonna like do the series just for myself, right? So if no one is interested, I'm gonna end it, but I think we still could play for a bit. Let me know what you think. Should we just get a new seed and just play until, I don't know, maybe until the release or until another major patch? Or should I just abandon this and wait for the full release? So I'll be looking forward to your comments. As I said, even though this like test ended up as a failure, I still hope that you liked this episode. I hope that you're gonna join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.